All right, hello, welcome. 15 seconds early, doesn't matter, 10 seconds early. My name's Frank. This is my famous stream. No More Paper is the name of the community. If you're here in the future and you want to join, link is in the description. I'm trying to build a community, small community, of people that just want to become profitable traders. Doesn't cost anything, never will. Alright, let's get moving. First, as I go live, what was the news again? Initial jobless claims. So, came in a little bit better than expected, which is bad for equities a little bit. Although the market didn't react bad right now. Why is it bad for equities? I mean, it's so close to coming in line that it doesn't really matter. It might have been priced in already. But the underlying implications is that if the job market's not doing terribly, there's no reason, there's no excuse for the Fed to cut rates. I mean, depends who you look at. They say there's tons of layoffs and all that, but then the numbers print something completely different. So who knows? Housing starts is up. But still down from previous. One would think that during these months it would be going up. But who knows? I don't know enough about that. At 9:45 we have PMI. So block that out if you don't trade volatility. Tomorrow is Michigan consumer expectations. Oh, also this afternoon there's a 10-year tips auction. That usually doesn't cause the markets to move like crazy. All right, let's take a quick look at headlines. SpaceX is doing an IPO. They filed an S1. People will be diving into that, looking for any clues about how much money AI makes. I think Elon Musk said that he's pivoting SpaceX to a AI company. Maybe not. I don't know. I think it's not good to make this company public. I think it's just so Elon Musk gets more money, more or less. What else do we have? NVIDIA's cash machine is now funding both sides of the AI trade. I'm surprised they're allowed to have an article like this. NVIDIA's earnings beat showed AI demand is still booming. Its buyback plan is showing how much cash that boom is throwing off. One good theory I saw on this said that their buyback is basically them begging shareholders not to sell. It looks desperate. But maybe not, maybe not. I don't know. At the same time, Nvidia has reported its stakes in other companies rose to nearly 74 billion. Right, it's circular financing. You gotta keep that going more and more and more. Showing the chip giant has enough cash to reward investors while putting more money into the companies building around AI. See, if our government was real, you know, if they weren't puppets of the of these pricks, somebody at the FBI or the FCC, FTC, whatever. There's too many freaking government organizations pretending to go after white-collar crime and all that, and they really don't. It's just they regulate it. It's disgusting. But if there was a real government and they really cared about breaking up these monopolies, somebody would be looking into Nvidia right now. Maybe they are. Nvidia has slowed its buybacks in the prior quarter, just as its investments in other companies, but both public and private, were jumping. That raised a simple question heading into earnings. Was Nvidia pulling back on shareholder returns or just pausing before another big round? All right. They don't actually bring up the circular financing. That's why they're allowed to write that article. Other news, Walmart stock falls after earnings only match expectations. Good. I mean, I make it a point not to shop at that terrible place. They treat customers as like dirt. They really do. Oh, that's a bummer. Samsung actually reached a deal with the union. All right, nothing else here that really matters. Let's take a look at prices. I may in the future look at more than just the ES, but that's mostly what I trade and try to master. I used to trade gold and oil and all that and was mildly successful, but they're just too seasonal. I mean, you might have a couple months of great, how do I put it? Smooth price action in gold or oil. But it's too erratic. It's just too erratic. The S&P is a bit more clean, I would say. The NASDAQ is similar, but just too much risk for me right now. Like I said, one day all that could change. If I start to master the ES, I'll consider others. All right. After the earnings, large pullback in the market. After a pretty good day yesterday, but yet we still didn't, like I said, we didn't leave the value area. Not much anyway. We strayed a little bit. very top heavy yesterday, as you can see on the daily profile. We actually hit the naked value area dead on. I don't know where I was. I wouldn't have traded, I think it was in the afternoon. I wouldn't have traded it anyway because it was, the afternoon was just too volatile. Yeah. Well, it was actually in the morning. I don't know how I missed it. Oh, I got called away from trading yesterday morning. That's how I missed it. And then the afternoon I was doing other things. It happens. Anyway, let's go through yesterday. This is so like the pattern of many days over the past month where we open, pull back, and yesterday we pulled back right to a previous day's close, or previous day's close before going up. Came back for a nice little bounce on initial balance high. Could not break above the naked value area. Came back for another bounce on initial balance. Rotated up again to try again on that naked value area. And then fell right before the close. In the overnight, initially dropped kind of an arbitrary level right there. I don't have it marked. A minor support. Was unable to break initially the initial balance high. Eventually did. Again was stopped at around 1 a.m. at the naked value area. You know, one thing I want to mention, I just noticed, well, I've been noticing, overnight trading has been has had far more volume than it used to, I think. At least more volatility. For a long time there, we would just get sideways. We'd go sideways or nowhere in the overnight. But lately it's been good. Tried again to break the naked value area. Actually got above it. Rejected it again, which is why I'm kind of becoming a little bearish right now. Came back to this area. I mean, this area was trouble yesterday. It's just a mess. I do remember saying yesterday that if we broke through it, that we would head up the previous day's close, and we did. I was not able to capitalize on that because I was not trading. Right after the stream, I had to go help a family member. And right now we're still riding on top of initial balance high from yesterday. All right, what I see going into the open. I've yet to do my planning sheet, so all this is off the cuff. I haven't written anything down yet. I would expect another attempt at this naked value area up here, around 74.58. I mean, if we fail it again, that's... What clear sign do you need that we need to pull back to bring in more buyers? And since we've yet to find any we've yet to bring price lower than the value area low, I think we may have to do that to bring in more buyers. Price needs to explore, and I think it needs to explore this area. But who knows? I'm still overall bullish. Just because, not because I think the stock market's great or anything, but because government keeps printing money. And you have an administration that still has couple years left in the White House that doesn't care about printing money and spending money. Anyway, going into today, definitely look at previous day's close as resistance. This whole general area from 74.52 and up. I find it kind of strange that we did break. I know we just couldn't find the buyers. If we head lower, I mean, we're sitting on support right now. We'll see at the open how price reacts right here. I did go long down here. Made a little good trade in my sim account only. I took a trade on both my sim account and my investment account. I don't remember which one I made a profit and which one I broke even. Things just seem bearish right now, but that changes instantly at the open. Again, we might see one of those days where it pulls down, immediately find buyers, and we'll rocket right up to yesterday's close, this general area here. If we break the overnight low, which is 74.07, we have some minor key areas. You might find price slowing down at any of these. But a real turnaround area would be 73.77 generally. I mean, it could be between there and 73.56. If you're looking for a really long-term long, look for buyers to be buying up in here over, an hour, hours and hours, not a 5-minute chart, a couple candles. Anyway, I think that's all I got. I will not be streaming tomorrow. I'll be back Monday. Good luck. Goodbye.